Hey guys, it's Christmas City Girl Homestead. Time for supper. But I gotta do something first, and it's gonna take a while. I cannot believe how small. I just bought a 10-pound bag of potatoes. I think it was from Sam's. And I mean, it's gonna take more than the 5 potatoes that I think it should have taken. It's gonna take quite a few. Let me show you how small these are. I was like, what? Because usually they're great big ones. Look at that. Just tiny ones. So the first thing we're going to do, and I'm not going to leave you here to do all these, is we want to slice these thin. If you have one of those things that slices thin potatoes, go for it. I've gotten clipped a couple times. I don't do those anymore. And I could get my machine out to slice them up for me, but, you know, really, the time that it'll take me to clean it up and everything, it's just not worth it. So I will do them myself. So I'm going to get all these potatoes sliced up that I think we're going to need for today's dinner. And it's going to be another gluten-free dinner. Alright, hopefully I have enough potatoes cut up. If not, I'll cut up more. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm letting my potatoes sit in that water for a little bit. Before I use my potatoes, I will rinse them off again, rinse them off again, because I don't want a bunch of the, you know, starch in them. So we're going to start to heat up that oil. I know this is not part of the recipe, but I'm going to use it up. I had a little bit of onions left from yesterday. And I also had a little bit of tomato left from yesterday. And nothing that I'm going to use them on, so I'm not going to let them go to waste. So, then I have some of my frozen onions from mine out in the garden. And we're going to put that in there. I know it didn't make very many onions, but that's okay. You know what? Live and learn, and we'll learn how to do it better. So it's okay. Anytime you can learn something more and make it better, you know what? I'm all for it. And these are actually peppers from my garden, and we're going to use those too. Pretty good start, huh? Alright, and then I'm going to add, I don't have a recipe. I just kind of went from a couple of different things that I looked at. And I seen one that you can deep fry your potatoes and make it that way. And then I seen one you could do in the oven. But I kind of like the way the other way was with the meat and stuff. So, well, there's not a recipe. It's just what I'm doing. And I'm going to put maybe a tablespoon and a half of garlic. Alright, so I'm going to add, I'll add that in a minute. I didn't grab something to stir it with. Bad, Chris, I thought I had everything out. That's what I get for thinking, right? I figure we're going to add tomato sauce, so those couple of bits of tomato, that's not going to hurt anything. And that way that doesn't go to waste. No point in wasting anything. Not much into that. Alright, so I'm going to let that to start to fry, and then we'll be back. So now we want to get a pound of hamburger, and we want to get that added. And in the meantime, I'm heating my oven to 350. We'll get that added. And we'll get that all chopped up too. Now, any spices that you want to add, you know, you do that. You go right ahead. Oh, I forgot to tell you what we're making. We're making potato lasagna. So who says that you can't have still lasagna if you're gluten-free, right? I'm trying to find recipes that people love and they would think, oh yeah, I would really like that. So now I'm going to add some salt and pepper. And we're going to get that mixed in with it too. I think it's important to be able to have good things that we normally would love to eat, and we just can't because there's problems with gluten. But we're going to fix some of that this week. Now, I did strain a lot of the grease off of it because we don't want really greasy lasagna. So now we're going to take a small can of tomato sauce, and we're going to get that mixed in with it. It says to also add water, but I don't really think we're going to need to. If we do, maybe just a little bit, not a full cup. I think we'll add maybe a half a cup. A little bit more than that. And like I say, you can add any spices that you want to it. Make it your lasagna. Just like that. And then I'm going to let that simmer for a few minutes, and then we'll come back and we're going to put this bad boy together. I'm hoping I got enough cheese now. Alright, so you got your greased pan, and then you want to do like your other lasagnas. Just kind of scantily put some on the bottom. And if you want to use other cheeses or cottage cheese, whatever you want to use, go ahead and do that. After all, it is yours. Then I'm going to put some of those potatoes on the bottom. I'm going to kind of single file them, but not really, because I think I did cut too many potatoes. Which is fine, because you know what I'll do is, off video, whatever I have left, I will fry up and give to Tom for breakfast. Believe me, he'll eat it. And then we're going to put that burger mixture over top of that. Like I say, if you wanted to add that other kind of cheese or cottage cheese or anything to it, by all means, go for it. Then we're going to put, if I can break it up a little bit, mozzarella cheese over top of that. Look at that. Oh, baby. This is going to be good. Alright. So next we're going to put more potatoes over top of that. And I didn't slice them up real thick. Who needs that slicer that can cut your fingers off? What do they call them, mandolin? My youngest one, the kids' dad, ugh. He took a big chunk out of his finger with one. So it's made me very, very nervous ever since then to do that. So now we're going to get that scattered amongst there. Oh, you know what I thought would be really good, but I don't have any up here. Mushrooms would be really good added to that too. Oh, why didn't I think about that? And then we're going to put some more mozzarella cheese on it. And since I got so many potatoes, we're going to make this a 3-layer baby. And then we're going to do some more potatoes. This is going to be delicious, I can just tell. Yeah, the one recipe I looked at, it had where you deep fry your potatoes. And I thought about it and I didn't really want to do that. So it looked really good, but I just didn't want to do that. And we're going to take the rest of that and just pour it right on top. And spread that out. So this is going to be a really nice hearty dish. And then of course, more mozzarella. This is going to be cheesy and good and yummy and just all other kinds of words I can't even think of right now. Look at that. So now you want to spray the top of your aluminum foil so that your cheese doesn't stick to it. And now you're going to put it in that 350 oven for 1 hour until your potatoes are done. So we're going to time it 60 minutes. There we go. And in the meantime, I'm going to fry up those little bit of potatoes and Tom can have them for breakfast tomorrow. So there we go. We're going to let that set for a few minutes while we're waiting for Tom to get home so it'll firm up just a little bit. But isn't that beautiful? So I'll see you when Tom gets here and we'll meet you at the table. Hi, Tom.
Hello.
You're seeming to get some potatoes this week.
Lots of potatoes.
You love that, don't you?
Oh,
okay. There it is. It's potato lasagna.
Potato lasagna.
What do you think?
Not bad.
Well, not good either.
Delish.
See, so it can be gluten-free,
Mm-hmm.
no noodles, and you get your potatoes.
Nothing wrong with that.
And I had to pull that 5-pound bag of mozzarella out. I got to let it thaw out just enough so I can get it bagged up and put back in the freezer because we're like almost out.
Mozzarella?
Yeah, so I got to open that big bag. So anyways, we're going to let the hungry man eat. You guys have a blessed night. Be a blessing and goodbye, Tom.
Goodbye, Tom.
You guys have a wonderful night.